I am lost in this storage facility. So I am on my way back from picking up an entire car filled with VHS. So at the moment I'm on my way to a storage unit, which is about a 7-minute drive from my house. And yeah, this thing is packed to the brim. So welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Chris Wade. I'm a filmmaker and music video director. And in my spare time, I like to collect VHS tapes and other cool, weird little geeky things. So this is quite a new venture for me on this YouTube channel, and I've been away in Japan for a week. But before I went, I did come across a Facebook Marketplace haul. So I can't use the lift right now because I think somebody's left the doors open up the top. So I'm going to go up the stairs, shut the doors, and we can get back up. Where is the lift? There we go, that was the problem. There we go. So we're here at the storage unit to just dump a load of the ones that I don't want and see if they all fit in the unit. Let's go. Yeah, it can get a bit spooky in here. The lights come on automatically. When you come here at like midnight after a job, it's pretty creepy. So this is a storage unit that I use for all of my video gear. So we've got half video gear in here, and you can already see that I've brought some of the videotapes up already and stored them. So we need to rearrange all this and then put the videotapes nicely where I can get them easily. The way that I'm stacking these up, the ceilings are really high in here. So if I stack them all up, then I've got loads of space in here and it's not all filled up by the boxes. I can see exactly the videos that I've got. So if I ever wonder where, what I've got in my collection, I can take loads of pictures of it, or I can just come in here and reference what I've got, almost like a little library. And yeah, let's keep going. This is fun. Now, the guy that I bought these off said that this collection consists of half his collection and half his wife's collection, and they both collected since they were kids, basically. But I kind of don't really believe that, because you'd be surprised how many copies there are of Babe in this bundle. There is about 12 copies, maybe more, of Babe that I counted. But yeah, a bit fishy. I kind of feel like he had these just as to sell, or hoarding them, or what. I don't quite know what the story is. Maybe it's a mix of everything, but not unless one of them just was one of those collectors where they have multiple copies of the same film. And if you love Babe, then you love Babe.
Also, just a quick bit of information as well. I bought all of these off Facebook Marketplace for 20 quid. I wasn't allowed to go and pick and choose what ones I wanted. That's why I have so many of these. They would only sell me the entire collection to take them off their hands. So yeah, I didn't see an entire collection of videos and be like, I want that. It's just kind of like, I knew there would be some gems in here and I thought it would be fun for the channel. That's why I have so many of them. But like 80% are just stuff I don't want. And I have already sorted through them. The ones that I want to keep, I haven't shown you yet. So stick around and we'll get into that.
So let's just have a quick rundown. These are all the ones that I don't really want at home on display in my collection. So we've got anything from kind of casual viewing, TV viewing, retro TV viewing, lots of Red Dwarf, Blackadder, things like that. As I mentioned, there are numerous copies of Babe here. I've got a few copies of Casper, so anything from kind of family friendly, got some action stuff. There's a lot of action stuff down here actually, so we've got lots of James Bond films, yeah, and just some kind of like classic like Jean-Claude Van Damme films, Universal Soldier knockoff, phone booth, things like that. Really, really good selection. If you were stuck for entertainment and you had to choose any of these films, you'd be right as rain, But yeah, got a few Austin Powers in here, some fake kind of knockoff films like Jungle Boy. But as I said, I have purged everything. So there were some really cool, good ones in this collection. So I'm going to go back to the attic now and then show you all of the good ones that I picked up. All right, so I'm back in my lair now. And yeah, here are all of the ones that I kept. So there's nothing extremely rare in here, but there is some cool ones that were definitely worth keeping. So I'm going to crack these open. And yeah, we can just see what we've got. There's no particular order to these. So first up, we have The Mummy big box, which I thought was a really cool find. The Mummy's quite a common video, but big box it isn't, and that is definitely one to just shove on in the background. I'll just stack them up here so you can see them. We've got Wolf. Not a massive fan of Wolf, but it's a horror. I thought that was definitely worth grabbing and keeping. Okay, we've got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. We've got Full Metal Jacket, which is awesome. Stanley Kubrick, Full Metal Jacket. As soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, I have that. We've got Inner Space. Never seen it, but it looks kind of crazy and sci-fi-y. We've got The Abyss, which is, you know, quite a common one, but again, a commony but a goodie. We have Cocoon, which looks quite cool. So I can't see it properly with this light shining in my face, but yeah, science fiction, fantasy, Cocoon. Blade 2, I do already have a copy of that, but that is an absolute classic. Sleepy Hollow. We've got another Fifth Element, which I already own, but always good to have that. Oh, we just lost the light. Let's try and sort this out. We've got Dracula. We have 12 Monkeys. And I thought this was really cool. Psycho 2, that is such a cool front cover. That is just really cool one that would go on the shelf really nicely. Like I say, I do have to store all my VHS up here in the attic because I haven't got any room downstairs. But one day when we own a bigger house, I will definitely have these on display because I just think they look so cool. This is why I love VHS the most. Obviously I like watching them occasionally, but especially horror, I just love big, bold titles and things like that. So really, really cool. From Dusk Till Dawn, probably my third copy of that. The Mummy limited edition, so obviously not the big box. The big box is preferred, but it's quite cool. That was a limited edition version. We have Species, which was quite cool. I think I do have another copy of that. Shame it's got that on it, but you can see in HMV originally it was reduced. It cost $1.99 back in the day, so that must have been when they were phasing videos out. We got Stigmata. We have X-Men 2, it's a shame about the condition of this. It's a bit like water damaged or had like something spilt on it, obviously, at some point. That's cool. I've grouped all the big boxes together. We'll get onto that in a minute. We've got War Games. That looked quite cool. Again, massive fan of that kind of yeah, graphic design with the big bold red font. We got Raw Deal, another cool box art there with the big bold writing, which I'm a fan of. Cape Fear. We've got okay, that's no. We got Scary Movie 2. Massive fan of Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3. We got Doctor Who, the Daleks. Not a fan of Doctor Who really, but I always thought the Daleks were quite a cool thing and weird piece of kind of like British TV culture. So yeah, save that one. We've got Reservoir Dogs. I've got a couple of copies of this, but not this front cover. I think that's a really cool front cover with the guys on the front like that. Just really cool, simple, minimalistic graphic design. We've got I Know What You Did Last Summer. Just a remake came out of that. So yeah, they're all like the common ones, and these are common, but these are like big boxes that I really liked. So we've got Bring It On X Rental big box, really cool. Not a fan of Bring It On, but I know it's a classic. Evolution big box X Rental. We've got Shawshank Redemption, which is really cool to have on an X Rental actually. Swordfish, one I've never seen, but I need to. That's like, I had a video of that around when I was a kid. We got Killjoy, which looks really, really funny. Look at the terrible graphic design on the back of that. We got The Lost World Jurassic Park. I actually really like that this was in there. I had this on Big Box X Rental when I was a kid. It's got none of the Be Kind Rewind stuff on it, but I remember as a kid, me and my brother, we had Jurassic Park 1 on normal video, and then on we had our only big box we ever owned X Rental was this one. So we've got Praying Mantis, which looks like a good old-fashioned horror film with a seductive lady on the back that probably turns into a praying mantis and kills people. We've got 7 Days to Live. Never heard of it. We've got X-Men 1 on big box, so that's a really cool one to have. The first X-Men X Rental big box. I wonder if the price of that will kind of soar up a little bit when the new X-Men come out in Marvel and they reboot the universe. We've got Fist. Never heard of Fist, but it's had a big box X Rental. We've got Lake Placid, which was so good. That was always on Sky Movies. Me and my cousin used to watch it all the time on Sky Movies, Lake Placid, a classic. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Again, that's one I have up here probably about 5 times over. And then I love this film, The Mummy Returns big box. So it's really cool that I've got both of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns on Extra Rental big box now. I think that that's a really cool pair to have. And I actually am one of those weirdos that prefers The Mummy Returns over The Mummy 1. I don't know why. I think it's just the one that I watched most when I was younger. And yeah, it's just funnier. I find it's like unintentionally funnier. It's a more quotable film. There's like really funny stuff that happens in it. That yeah, I've just quoted over the years. But yeah, that's all of the ones that I got from the car haul. So yeah, it was a massive effort to go out and buy an entire car filled with videos and just to get a handful of kind of little gems here. But that's why I've started this channel, because it's just so fun doing stuff like this. Like you know, the videos were about a half an hour drive away. I went and got them, gave the guy 20 quid, and it was just a fun, like funny thing to do, just have a whole car, my whole car filled with videos. And yeah, I kind of got myself in a bit of a pickle with how many there are, but I will find something to do with all of these, whether it's open like a little pop-up shop or something, or make a little video shop thing at some kind of a music event or whatever. Or use them as props for music videos. So I have all of these, and I'm going to ease off on it a little bit now. I'm only going to buy ones that I really, really want, and if I find them in the wild, and they're ones that I really kind of resonate with. I do have a couple more videos coming up where I've been out searching for them, and I found a few, and it's more about the places that I go rather than the videos that I actually walk out with, because I've been to some really cool secondhand and vintage shops that I just feel like, if you're following this channel, you need to see. Like in the area that I live, there's some really cool like thrift stores and cool vintage, like, I don't know, emporiums. So yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, I'm going to keep making content for the channel, and yeah, let's see what happens. But thanks for sticking around this long. If you could like and subscribe and leave a comment as well, because I'll just reply to you. Obviously, I'm not a massive channel, I'm just doing this for fun. So if you want to chat about any of this stuff, or let me know anything that you would keep from this collection, let me know. And yeah, I appreciate you staying this long. Thanks very much.